Making buildings sustainable is just something that architects have to do in the same way that they make beautiful space for people and make buildings that fit into their context. It's as fundamental as that. We're here to limit our use of the Earth's resources, and doing that in an energy way is one important part of that. Doing it in a material way, meaning using materials that are efficient in their use of resources, is another way. And the example of not using big timbers, for example, but rather using modern manufactured materials is a way of treading lightly on the land. Sustainability components of these homes they're present at many different levels. They start out at sort of the big decision levels about which way the spaces are oriented with regard to the sun, where the windows are. The heating system is it's a radiant heating system which has concrete floors on all three levels. That adds what's called thermal mass, which is a way of holding energy in the home, so it can be released later. It's an age-old method of sustainability, for energy efficiency. There are a lot of aspects to the energy efficiency of this project. For example, there's a whole house fan. We have a climate that, while it may get warm during the day, it tends to cool off at night. And that's an ideal situation for the use of a whole house fan in the evening to quickly bring cool air in and limit the need for air conditioning. The air conditioning that we've provided is highly zoned, which means that every single room is on an independent thermostat, so you don't need to cool spaces that are not being used. Probably the most energy efficient aspect of the house is the use of photovoltaic panels, solar panels. Really, the only thing that's not being powered by the electricity is the heat in the floor. Everything else, the air conditioning, the elevator, obviously all the lights and appliances and so on, are all being run by the sun. The solar panels are creating electricity. Those are of a size to create about 90% of the expected electric use throughout, on an annualized basis. So that doesn't mean at any one time it'll be creating 90% of what's being used, but it means when one averages over an entire year, the ups and downs of an entire year, it will create 90% of that use. And the local utility allows that credit to be annualized, which means that the electric bill should be very low indeed. It turns out that owners can watch their own electric creation on a website. The company has set up a website so that you can go there to a link and see in real time what your home is producing. We think using all of these techniques of passive solar and the use of sustainable materials and careful choosing of things that use energy and the photovoltaic panels, that you really can have your cake and eat it too. And that's what we're trying to do.